what's going on, awesome people? Welcome back to Off the Record. I know it's been a while. Again, I'm Tommy Tan.
Is that your name?
Yeah, that's my
It's
name.
been so long, I don't remember his name. I'm Louis B. Crocco, a.k.a. the softball whore.
Softball
Follow
whore.
me on Instagram.
Manny can't be with us today, but he's going to give you his picks of this week's coming up NFL games. Let's start off with...
Can we start with why he's not here? I think it's because they're officially 10 back now.
Yeah,
Oh!
the Yankees are officially 10 back.
10 back. They might get caught by
Tampa Bay,
No,
Oakland,
not Tampa.
whatever.
Oakland. They're gonna
You're the
not have
baseball expert.
They're not gonna have the playoff game in New York. No, all right. You're gonna be just fine. Okay, so this is what's gonna happen. As I always have to talk all the Yankee fans off the course. Okay, you're not even gonna squeak it. You're gonna have that one game playoff. You're gonna win, and then you're gonna go to town. You're gonna get all your players. You're gonna get judged. You're gonna be just. Manny, take a breath. You're gonna be just. Anyway. But Red Sox, 100 wins. Come on, that's crazy.
Congratulations.
Never
to the Red
happened in my
Sox.
lifetime.
Red
It's
Sox
amazing.
Nation.
It's amazing. It's such a good, and I'm going to say this right here, and I've been saying this to people. I know it's going to sound like a cop out, and I understand that, but I got to be honest. Obviously, I want to win the whole thing. Obviously, you want to win, but if it's tough for me to choose between if you guaranteed me 5 to 6 months of this every year. No, I mean, instead of, and then get swept in the first round of the playoffs. I know that everyone, and obviously every Yankee fan would be like, what's the point? This season has just been so much fun to watch the games.
Not for the White Sox fans.
Not for the White Sox and not for the Yankees. I get it. I'm saying as a Red Sox fan, that's a good question for the audience. Like, what would you rather? Would you rather have the team that's just mediocre, you limp into the playoffs and then you win the World Series? Or if you're a baseball fan like me that likes to literally watch every game, which is not a lot, I know, but to have this team play this well all season, and then say we kind of like have a terrible, because look, anything can happen in 3 games.
Yeah, it's like the '88 Mets.
I mean, look
They
what
had a
happened,
great
and
season,
I'm going to
all
say
of a sudden
this. I've been saying this all season. Yankee fans, Red Sox fans, we've been drawn all season. Ain't going to matter if we can't beat Houston. And right now, I'm saying this on the day of the 100th win, or the day after the 100th win. Right now, proven last week, I don't think we can beat Houston. Okay? So, I mean, hopefully we can in a couple weeks if we have to face them, but my point is, it ain't going to matter. So, if Houston takes us out in the first, well, it won't be the first round, but whatever. This season is so much fun. I don't know. Part of me is like, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it. If you give us the season like 100 wins, just to watch every game and have fun with that, that's all.
Anyway, enough
baseball. How are the Mets doing? Mets aren't doing so good.
Okay, remember our early prediction? We thought the Mets were going to be.
Well, because they were
great.
like 100, but Chicago,
They were like
Milwaukee,
10-0.
Cubs, Milwaukee, that's a good race. The West is great. Colorado, LA, Arizona, all within 3.5 games of each other. So that could come down to the wire. That's going to be good. Milwaukee, St. Louis. St. Louis is right there too. Sorry, Cardinals fans, you're there too. So the
Shout
other
out to my
divisions,
Uncle Larry, St. Louis.
the other ones not so much. You know, the wild cards are kind of,
Yeah. So what's your
Well,
wild card predictions for the National League?
National League.
I say it's going to be the Cubs and the
Wait,
Dodgers.
so who's going to take over the Cubs? You think Milwaukee's going to take over the Cubs?
No, I said the Cubs.
Yeah, but the Cubs are winning their division right now, so they're not going to.
Okay, so
they're
like I say, he's the baseball expert.
it's got to
not
be
me.
Milwaukee or St. Louis.
I'm going to choose St. Louis and the Dodgers.
So you think Milwaukee's going to choke? I'm going to go. I would, if I had to, I'd say if Milwaukee doesn't catch the Cubs, it's either going to be Milwaukee Cubs and the Dodgers. I think. Sorry, Cardinals fans. I think St. Louis is.
Ooh.
Well, I'm not booing. That's what I think. I don't think the Dodgers, defending National League champions. I don't think they're going to be left out. I think they're going to turn it up. They're going to be okay.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So that's that. So.
What we got on the American League?
Oh, the American League, it's at this
wrapped
point,
up.
it's
Like,
not
no
totally
surprises?
wrapped up. Well, I mean, I think Seattle's done, unfortunately. I think it's going to be Yankees and Oakland. I guess Oakland could possibly,
You don't think they're going?
No, they could catch Houston. I mean, so I don't know. I mean, it's going to be those teams, though. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think Seattle or Tampa Bay is going to be able to catch them. Tampa Bay fans, what a great second half of the season.
Guys still
If there was
sorry.
one more week in the season, I think you had a shot. I do. And to all my friends who made fun of me in April for saying, "Oh, come on, it's April," and then the April games don't matter. Yeah, they do. Tampa fans, they matter.
Fans, don't worry about baseball.
So,
Hopefully,
it
you
is what it
guys are safe right now.
Yeah,
the hurricane
weather-wise,
and things
Tampa.
like that.
And
yeah.
you know what? You had the big win last week against my Saints. good segue because he hates my Saints for some reason because he's picking
Oh
Cleveland.
my gosh.
He's picking Cleveland.
Let's talk about football.
Oh my god.
First week disappointments.
But let's go. Let's go real
the
quick.
Giants. The
Oh,
Giants.
yeah.
Oh my God. Do you see
Well,
that
they
game?
play for their New Jersey. Who wants to watch New Jersey Giants?
Oh my gosh.
Anyway.
That if you guys haven't watched it, I'm
But-
not sure why you haven't watched it, but
The other Jersey team,
Jets.
Jets.
The Jets.
Uh,
But really fast, the
Yeah.
Giants. Oh my God, your special team. That last.
I didn't watch
one,
it. I didn't watch it play.
Guy dropped a punt return, fumbled it, and that was it. They had a chance. It was like a minute and 50 seconds left. Punt return, guy just couldn't handle the ball.
They were still in the game. It was 20-15, right? Final.
Yeah, that was their final chance.
Yeah, but I mean,
And he fumbled it.
what I'm
on a
saying
punt
is
return.
it's one game. It's you're not out of it. It's
And
not like,
the plays were horrible. First of all,
come on, September games
the
don't
last
matter
game,
in the NFL.
The last chance that they had, it wasn't even going to play till Odell Beckham. He was used as a decoy. I didn't get that.
All right.
Anyway,
Any
Jets.
big surprises? Any big surprises? I guess the Jets.
Jets
would be
were
the
a
biggest
big surprise.
That would be the biggest surprise.
well, what's their
I mean,
quarterback's name? Sam Darnold?
I don't know. But Detroit's not that good, so it's not like it's.
Oh,
But they were in Detroit, fair enough, on the big stage Monday night. Blah blah blah. Washington. Now I know Arizona stinks, but
Washington was a surprise.
That was a little bit of a
Especially
surprise
new
to me,
quarterback
but-
in Alex Smith.
yeah, but he's the real dude.
Ryan Fitzpatrick was a huge surprise coming from a Bills fan here. That's why I'm very disappointed New Orleans didn't win.
Oh,
Fitzpatrick
but I
as
guess
your
the biggest
quarterback.
surprise,
Oh,
I guess, would have to be the
can't believe
tie.
it.
That would be the biggest surprise in week one, I think, the tie.
Yeah, what's up with the Steelers?
Well,
What's
I
up
just
with
think
the
they got
Stars?
caught. It happened. I mean, Cleveland's not going to be
Happens
nearly
with
as
all
bad.
that. They had so many offensive weapons on that team, even without Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
James Conner, I think, had 2 touchdowns that day, and
I
they
picked him
still
up in
lost.
fantasy.
Smart move, by the way. Smart move.
I picked him up as soon as, and I didn't have to do him in the draft. No one picked him in the draft. So the day after, or it's 2 days later, you get the free agent picks if you want to make him, if you made a mistake. I saw no one picked him up. I'm like, he's gonna, because I wasn't sure during the draft if Bell was gonna play or not. So I'm like, I waited till after and no one picked him up. So I'm like, yeah, I'll take a freebie.
And he's like, I'll play this week too.
Yeah.
So that's a smart pick.
It is.
What do you got? What are your thoughts on Le'Veon Bell's situation? What's your thought? Do you like how his offensive line called him out?
I don't. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I do. I feel like it's a team. It's a team. I don't know. It's tricky. It's a business. I get that, and it's not me out there. So I don't honestly. I don't follow the Steelers enough to know exactly.
Well, in terms of sports, here's one thing I know. If you're a great player and you're going through a contract dispute and your team doesn't call you out, that means they like you.
Yeah.
If they call you out, that's a different story. And that's the thing that I think us as sports fans don't realize, that is like, when you have the whole entire offensive line call you out, that tells me this guy really is a selfish player. They don't do it with all players. Trust me on that.
Right. Right. No, I know. It's tough because it's part of you is like, I'm just saying it must be nice to just give up $873,000. Is that what it is per game? Something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have that kind of money, I guess I guess to us in the world of us, it would be if you were really unhappy with your job and you had to give up $873. Would you do it? Because that's more our kind of talk. Because I'm sure it's still hitting him in the pocket, but it's not. I'm trying to reduce it. Maybe for some of us it would be $8.73. So there, for $8.73, yeah, I'd be like, no, I'm not happy with my job. Renegotiate my contract, or I'm not coming into work. If I'm only going to lose $8.73, which I'm going to say actually more like $873.
And I totally agree with you, but again, I think it's just his personality. I just think, naturally he's a selfish person. That's why his offensive line got to him. If you're in charge of a team or you work in a team, and everybody knows you're going through that type of contract, but you're a nice person, you work hard, things like that, people support you in your lockout or your disputes.
No, that's true.
But if you're an asshole,
and now that they saw they got this rookie that can pretty much fill your void. Now I don't know. Would they have won that game? Who knows? No one knows now.
Yeah.
But that was probably the biggest surprise. I mean, now, but here's the thing. In all fairness, it's week one, and 2, Cleveland's not going to be as bad as they were. They're not going to be as bad as Buffalo.
oh yeah, they had
Buffalo.
Todd Haley as their offensive coordinator.
So you got just because they were. Did they win one last year? Or they were. Oh, okay. So, I mean, just because they didn't win a game last year doesn't mean it's going to be the same team. Obviously, there's nowhere else to go up, and they already did. I mean, it would have been nice to get that win, especially against Pittsburgh, which I think that might. And I heard someone else say this. I can't take credit for this, but this is why New England's playing at home always in January. Because Pittsburgh loses these games or they tie these games. They don't get the win. And it's key. Yes, September games do matter. And a nice segue would be, I think it's going to bite New Orleans Saints, my favorite team, in the butt. We lost a game that I'd say 95% of the people out there thought we should have not only won that game, we should have killed them. We gave up 48 points. The defense.
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
All right, but take that. He's a professional quarterback. He's an NFL quarterback. So yes, I mean it's not just that. And everyone can have a good day. But my point is that was one of the games on the schedule that we should have won. It looked like people had us penciled in to win that game, and we didn't. So that's going to cost us a home game. I think that's going to cost. If it doesn't cost us a wild card or a playoff chance, it's going to definitely cost us a home game at some point, like it did last year. We had to go to Minnesota, and look what happened. We had that game and we lost it. So it's like that was in Minnesota.
That was in Minnesota.
Yeah. That's what that Tampa game will do. But that to me isn't the biggest. That wasn't a big surprise because it's like, and I've said this to you. I know you disagree, but it's a division game. It's something different. It's like when the Yankees played Tampa and the Yankees, even though it's Baltimore. Look at the Yankees in Baltimore this year. I know Baltimore is a crappy team, but there's just something a little bit there when you're playing a division game, especially in football because you only play them twice a year. There's just something about it. It's like the Jets always play New England hard. They never win, but maybe this year, but they always play them tough. You know what I mean? So it's just something about the division game.
I don't know about that.
Especially when you only play them twice. It's different in baseball. You play them 19 times. But, it's just always something different.
My biggest surprise was the Bills losing. I'm going to keep it short.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I can't believe they
that's
lost.
a surprise?
Well, surprised they're Bills fan like me that they're losing.
Maybe you
It's
lost
early in
that
the season.
badly.
We lost badly.
Yeah.
Gosh.
I mean, that
But
might be the
hopefully
surprise.
we'll pick it up next week. Let's see what happens. Enough about the Bills.
Worst team. It's going to be the worst. You're the Cleveland Browns.
We're going to go to the other New York teams.
Look, because
now.
I'm the first one to ever say that the Buffalo Bills are the only New York team in my opinion.
Thank you.
The only New York team. I know
Only
Manny's not here to defend that, but sorry. You play your games in New Jersey. At least call yourselves like the soccer team, the New York, New Jersey Giants.
Yeah.
New York, New Jersey
Something
Jets.
like that.
At least give them some. I mean, I just don't get it. I'll never understand that. I get that you were the New York Giants when you played here. Fine. So you can't tell me you can't play in Citi Field or Yankee Stadium or something. Play your games there, whatever. I don't know.
They
Anyway,
used to do that.
I know. That's what I mean.
Let's talk about your
Funny.
fantasy team. Who do you have on your fantasy team?
I don't know, but
Tell these guys.
Our last guest, we had one of our. I don't think you've met her yet, Heather Bear. I'm in her family's fantasy, and I
It's a
have.
family fantasy league.
Yeah, it's her family.
You guys
and
are crazy.
I'm honored.
All you
that-
fantasy people are crazy.
I'm honored that she, asked me to do it. Now, in full disclosure, I unfortunately was not able to do the entire draft because I was working at the time. So I was unable to some of them. But I do have, off the top of my head, Tom Brady is my quarterback.
Boo!
Oh, he's a good fantasy quarterback. But my backup is even better. It's Phillip Rivers from the Chargers. I was going to say San Diego.
Nice.
So I have Phillip Rivers as my backup, who actually had more fantasy points than Brady this week. And then my starters, I have Kamara from New Orleans, homer pick. My new one, I have Beckham Jr., which I did not get to pick. I would never have picked him. I know he's a good player, but he didn't have a good game this week. So
Yeah.
he's on my team. I'm entertaining trades. Jared Cook's my tight end. I made a lot of.
You got James Conner too.
James Conner. That's one of my. I have the Jaguars defense and Godikowski is my kicker, but I also have as my backup kicker is Matt Bryant from Atlanta. So you always pick a dome kicker.
You got a
It's no-brainer.
solid team there.
Oh yeah, well, he scored 140 some points this week.
Nice.
Now I did some major picks. I did some major drafting, not free agent pickups on Wednesday when it opens up, and I took the Jets defense as my backup. I had the Saints. That was a big mistake. These are just backups. These aren't my starters. I have the Jaguars defense, but I might start the Jets. Especially when they play Buffalo twice. No offense. I know it hurts, but it's true. It's just the truth. I have Deshaun Jackson on the bench. I I have Austin Eckler. A lot of guys that did well in week 1 because they're just bench players, so I don't really care. So that's how I. Do you do fantasy?
I don't do fantasy.
It's so much easier. I used to do fantasy baseball and stuff every day.
Everybody that I know that does fantasy seems to be like the god of fantasy sports. So it's hard for me to compete when I know so many winners.
But I did have a big win. I played Heather's mom. I had Heather's mom.
Everybody's a winner for some reason. I never
had-
met a loser in fantasy
I
sports.
had Heather's mom in week 1 and didn't demolish her. She actually showed up. She scored over 100 points, but I think she did get it. But anyway, I had the win, so that's all I care.
Shout out to the Bear family.
Bear.
Oh.
And Heather, I'm coming for you when I play you. So anyway, we should do this week's picks.
Yes, this week's picks, and you guys could engage us in the comments on the fantasy squad that you guys think going to be a great fit this week, and also on the picks. So let's go
Tonight's
game.
I'm really mad right now. I'm really
Wait,
mad.
who's playing tonight? You guys see?
Tonight is Cincinnati and Baltimore.
All right,
No.
my pick is going to be Baltimore because they demolished my Bills, so they must be a good team.
Okay, here's the thing I'm most angry with. You're not gonna get this, but it'll be another viewer. My friend Chuck, that's not his real name, we'll call each other Chuck. We do our picks every week, and he just chimed in like 5 minutes before we started taping, and he picked because the line just moved. Now I know we're not going to do with lines. We're not going to deal with
Yeah,
that.
we're not
but-
doing lines yet.
But just for the record, for this part of the conversation, it was a pick'em game until like 25 minutes ago, and now Baltimore is favored by 1 point. So of course, we also do this thing in our picks where we call the upset special, where if you pick a team straight out and they upset and beat the spread and win, blah blah blah, you get 2 points for that instead of just 1 point for the win. So he snuck it in there at the last second and is like, oh look, he didn't even care who's playing. He's like, oh, it's a 1 point game, and Cincinnati's a good team. So I don't know. I know they Baltimore demolished. I'm gonna give, not just to go against you. We can talk about this off air if you want to make it interesting. I'm picking Cincinnati tonight. They're at home. I think that's going to give them the edge. That's all I got. It's a short week. Yeah, it's tough. That's a tough game to pick. That's a
Don't
tough
sleep
game.
on the Ravens, so I'll pick the Ravens. All right.
Yeah, all right.
What we got?
Cleveland, New Orleans. Here we
Cleveland,
go.
New Orleans.
Just for the record, I know we're not. All right, and another one. We're not doing numbers. We agreed. We're
not doing
We're not
numbers.
supporting gambling, even though it's now illegal. Or
I'm
now
going
legal.
to give you guys my unbiased opinion. I
Oh.
believe it's going to be the Cleveland Browns after last week's debacle of the New Orleans Saints, where they choked big time against Ryan Fitzpatrick. I can't pick New Orleans out.
And now I'm going to take him to his doctor's appointment because something's wrong. Because I even asked him, like, what do you think the spread? Oh, Cleveland by 3. Cleveland by 3. Just for the record, the spread is 9. The spread is 9. New Orleans
Still
favored
think
by 9.
Cleveland's going to win by
New
3.
Orleans we're
It's
home.
on tape.
So I'm not going to go that far and talk numbers, but I am going to pick New Orleans to win that game at home, to bounce back. They had the defense was terrible week 1. There's really nowhere else to go up but up like Cleveland. And it was horrible. It was horrible. We're at home again. We're not going to disappoint the home crowd. And on the first one, I've said it at least 3 times already, Cleveland's going to be better. But I think we got that.
Cleveland rocks.
Carolina, big divisional game. You're going to hear that again. Carolina at Atlanta.
Oh, wow.
Carolina won last week. Atlanta didn't.
I got to go with Carolina.
Really?
Their defense is solid. With that kid Luke Kuechly as your middle linebacker. I know they lost Greg Olsen, but Cam seems to know what he's doing now as a quarterback.
And I'm not just to do this. It's good for our show. But I got to go against you again. I got to go like
I hate you.
Atlanta. No, this is good. It's good television.
No, it's not.
No, it
You're
is.
supposed to agree with me.
Wilbon and Tony never agree.
Let me tell you, on my island of Tamalia, yeah, that's my island. Everybody agrees with me.
Okay, well, here's the thing. Atlanta's at home. That's all I'm going with. I just think that's going to give them the edge. Look, Carolina's a great team. They played great. But they didn't play. They were playing the Cowboys. They were okay. They weren't great. So
Their defense is going to shut down the Falcons.
here's the thing.
If you have them on your fantasy, as your fantasy defensive team, definitely pick them for
Okay.
it this week.
All right, but here's the other thing. We haven't gone into like the divisions or anything like that, but I will very briefly. That division is going to be the toughest. I think one of the toughest divisions. You could have 3, just like last year. We had 3 teams from that division making the playoffs, 2 wild cards and the division winner. Okay, so here's the thing. I know it's way too early for this, and it's Monday morning quarterback, but it's almost, because of that division, it's almost a must-win for New Orleans and Atlanta. If if they go 0-2 in that division, it's going to be tough, especially if Tampa wins this week. Okay, so it's already proving to be like one of the best divisions out there, and it's only 1 week old. So I'm looking at it that way. I think it's a must-win for Atlanta, and going back to New Orleans, that's why I'm picking them. That's why I'm picking Atlanta.
Let's go with the New York picks.
You want the New York teams?
Yeah, and then we'll wrap it up with
yeah,
the
sure.
other teams.
Miami is at
The Jets.
New Jersey.
Ooh,
Here in New Jersey, across the river, playing home.
that's a toughie.
The Jets, huge
Man.
win, huge win.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
they gonna be on a
Detroit
high?
Detroit was disappointing.
Wait, did you say the New York
saying,
teams?
Not saying the Jets were a disappointment. I'm saying Detroit Lions were a disappointment, especially with their new manager. What's his name from New England? Who's a defensive girl. He just got killed by the Jets.
Why are we talking about in New Jersey? You said the New York teams.
okay.
You meant Buffalo.
Well, let's talk about the New Jersey Jets.
Keep going.
So with the Jets, I'm going to give them a shot. Sam Darnold looked good. I will say, you know what? The Jets. That's gonna take over
Wow.
Miami.
All right, first one we're gonna agree on. Tis.
Yes.
All right. I no disrespect to Miami, but the Jets look really good. Hey, you know what though? The only thing that does worry me about this is the performance high.
Are they going to continue with that?
God, they
So
look
they're going to
good.
be consistent.
And
They look really
I'm
good.
sure you've heard this stat by now, but you do realize that it looked really bad in the beginning. First play from scrimmage, pick
Everybody
six.
was laughing at it.
Everyone was laughing at the Jets. Blah blah. It's gonna be that year. Do you know what the other and one of the only other, and it might have been more than one, but the one I'm thinking of specifically, who also threw his first pass in the NFL was a pick six.
It was Peyton Manning.
No, it was not.
Psych. Jeff George.
Nope. You ever seen something about Mary? Brett Favre, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Brett Favre. His first pass in the NFL was
Yeah, but that's
also
different.
a
He
pick
was like a
six.
third round pick.
Oh, I'm just saying. So,
doesn't count.
you know, what do you mean it doesn't count?
This is a.
He's a Hall of Famer. Of course it
No,
counts.
no, a top draft pick compared to a guy that was like a
Okay,
third
but,
round pick. Does not count.
but it worked out okay.
It worked out okay.
Jets, already it worked out okay. You saw what happened after that. You
Yep.
did fine. All right, so the other one is a big game,
Giants.
actually. This
Giants against
is must-win Monday, we're calling this. Except that it's playing on Sunday night. But it
Prime
is
time.
both of these teams 0-1, must-win. New York Giants at Dallas.
Ooh.
Yeah, always a good game. Well, not always, but
Well,
should be. Should be that again. Divisional game, always different. Always different.
You know, with Dallas, this is the problem where you got players that do not consistently practice during training camp. Dallas just didn't look right. Their offense didn't look right. What's his name? What's their running back again?
However, I'm bringing you my NFL Week 2 predictions. Week 1 was a crazy one, especially with the New York Jets. Who expected that? Man, that was crazy. Here we go. Houston Texans versus Tennessee. I'm picking Houston. Final score 24-16. The Minnesota Vikings at Green Bay Packers. Even after seeing Rodgers put on a show against Chicago last week, I'm going to have to go with Minnesota. Final score 24, Packers 21. The Miami Dolphins are playing at New York Jets this week. I'm picking Jets winning 20 to Miami 16. The New York Giants will be visiting the Dallas Cowboys. I'm picking New York Giants winning 20 to the Dallas 17.
Ezekiel Elliott didn't do much. The quarterback, what's his name? Dak Prescott, whatever his name is. He just didn't look like he had control of the offense. So
I agree.
I think Manning, Odell Beckham, Saquon Barkley, awesome guy. I think the offense is going to help win it for the Giants this week.
New Jersey!
Look at this, we got a ball.
Look at that.
Oh, I missed this.
New Jersey's in the house. Soccer's in the house. I
Yeah.
don't understand that sport. Anyway, again, I'm gonna agree with you. I think they're gonna go into Dallas. Dallas is a mess right now. They really are. I hate to say it. Jones and what's his name was at a Beyonce concert or something together.
Yeah.
I don't get into all that.
It's horrible.
I don't get into all that. Yeah, I think
It's Giants.
I think-
Two New York teams.
I'm a little worried because they're going into Dallas, but other than that, I think they got it. So another big game on the schedule. I'm going to talk numbers again. Right now, it's a pick'em game, which surprises me a little bit. New England going down to Jacksonville. Now the weather come into play.
No, it's gonna be New England. Tom Brady wants to prove that wasn't like a lucky game, and we don't want that Ramsey kid to start talking trash again. So I know Tom Brady really wants to win this game. So Tom Brady wants to win a game. The Patriots going. That's the bottom line.
I think Patriots to get it done. So, next one, because we might have to start wrapping this up.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up.
Well, one
real
more.
fast.
We got one more local interest probably since we're in New York. Philly defending. Got to give the Eagles the respect. Defending champions. Got it.
Not even local.
I'm not saying we like.
All right.
No.
Philly
Right up the
fans
street.
out
There's the
there.
bar.
Philly fans up there.
Got to give them some love. They are in Tampa this week.
If you still
Tampa
believe
coming off a
in
big
Ryan
win.
Fitzpatrick, go with Tampa Bay, but I think the Eagles are going to pull it out. I think they're going to pull out. Nick Foles, regardless how inconsistent he is, I think he's going to be clutch.
Okay. I know we said we wouldn't do this. I would take the points. That's all I'm going to say. No, I do think I think Philadelphia's going to get it done. That's all I can say.
That's why he's
But I would take the points. Meaning then you bet Tampa Bay. We'll talk about gambling. He doesn't know how to gamble.
Well, he used to be a gambling advocate. That's fine. Yeah, I'll tell you that one.
TMI.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so wrap it up.
Danny, we missed you.
If we want you guys to comment below, tell us your predictions. We're gonna put this up on Facebook, on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to our page. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. And also, if you like the content that we're bringing you out there, visit our Patreon page and support us through there. 10% of all sales are going to be donated to a creative, artistic, non-for-profit group who we're going to help fund that.
That's my
group.
business.
That's the name. Yeah.
I know many.
So again, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
We're going to have Manny's pick as well. And definitely, keep on spreading the word. It's been a while, but we're back on air.
And we'll come back and cover other sports.
All right? Peace out, people.
Peace out.
White Sox. Go White Sox.